Rembrandt ink drawings harbor a unique secret. He was not only a master artist but also a bold innovator with his mediums and tools. During a recent visit to the Rembrandt House Museum, I had the opportunity to study some of Rembrandt's drawing tools firsthand. Although I have worked extensively with many traditional drawing media, there was one tool I had never used before, a natural reed pen made from reed grass. I decided to order some of these pens to see if I could learn more about how Rembrandt used this ancient tool in his drawing process. I just got this package from the Rembrandt Museum in Amsterdam. And I'm going to go ahead and use Bister ink. And this is a natural Bister ink that I made using the Kramer pigment, the genuine wood soot that he sells through his website. Prepared it with gum arabic, so let's just see what this yields. And this is a beautiful drawing by Rembrandt. I'm gonna just, I don't want to get too precious with it. The idea is to explore the techniques, and then I may come in later on and just, I just want to lay in some of these passages and the general proportions. As you can see, I'm already drawing over a surface that's already has a drawing, so it's kind of, just a scratch paper. It's a drawing that it's just meant to explore the technique and just to warm up. So the beauty about ink drawing is just it could be very free. You don't have to, you're not going to get a perfect copy here. The idea is just to get just an idea of how the master worked with these techniques. So you can make corrections later on. So for example, I'm just getting the space. You know that he has, though the placement may not be correct here, but again, this is a very free drawing. You don't want to be measuring, or the idea is just to practice drawing, just free drawing. So, and I'm gonna just lay in some of these portions. And I could revise this later on with my reed pen. But what I want to do now is I've established just a basic lay-in of the proportions and all that. So what I want to do is I want to come in with some washes now. And I want the washes to be about probably half tone. So I'm going to go ahead and use this middle tone here. Okay. Now let's just move this a little bit over so you can see the tones that I'm using. So what I want to do is I want to test out that wash in the corner of the paper, and I could see that it's a bit strong, so I may need more water on there. And the idea is just to get the right tonality there. So I think that's about right. So I'm going to have to dilute this. Okay, it's important to have a piece of paper towel. I'm going to clean the brush, the excess ink on this piece of paper towel. So that's the best method to work with these materials. So let's test this out again. And I'm probably going to need to go darker. Okay, so I think that's about the right tone. So I'm going to start by laying in just a broad wash right over the face. And there's some beautiful brush marks back here. You could just see that Rembrandt was just very free with his strokes. I mean, look at it. He's just kind of laying in this kind of with the dry brush. I just do this kind of dry brush technique here. So by wiping the brush and having less water in the brush, you're actually to control the wash a little bit better. So go ahead and load up the brush with just a tiny bit more ink and these kind of quick schematic brush strokes back here. Wipe the brush again. Get some of these darker shades. These are just accents. Again, the idea here is just to get some of these calligraphic lines in here. These are, you could tell these were done with the brush. So I'm turning the brush. Very loose, very amazing craftsmanship skills here. Rembrandt was a master draftsman, and it's not easy to copy some of these drawings. Look how he just does the pattern here of the clothing with just a few strokes. So I'm gonna wipe the brush once again. And fairly soon I'm going to go in and I'm going to dilute the ink just somewhat so the tone is just a little bit lighter. I'm going to switch now to my reed pen just to get some of the bolder lines. So I'm going to go in with the pure ink. And now I could just come in and really lay in some of these thicker lines. The line quality of the reed pen is slightly different than the regular quill. It gives you bolder lines. It's kind of meant for accents. And as you can see, I could reinforce this drawing with accents. So I'm going to just lay in some of these darker tones here. I really love the calligraphy that he achieves with this tool. This is an amazing tool to get some of the calligraphy. So for example, I could come here and put some of these darks. Same thing here. Accents. And here in the hand, I'm gonna just, it's a tough one. This hand is very, very schematically done. It's quite literally like 3 strokes. Not sure if I was successful there, but it's okay. The idea here is just to learn and to just keep practicing. And he has some accents here that wrap around the form. And here I could make this a little bit bolder. I'm going to switch now to my quill and just do some hatches there. And those kind of fine lines inside the shade mask, this is the best tool to use because you have the ability to do some very fine lines. So they're kind of hidden, you know, they're not as apparent as the bold lines of the reed pen. So you could come back in here and start bringing out some of these finer lines. So you're kind of using both tools to vary the line quality. Let's come in here. And work on some of these details. And move this just slightly down. And I can continue to refine some of these lines. Again, this is a warm-up drawing. There's a lot of little details here, beautiful lines. I could make some bold lines here with the quill, but generally the quill, the reed pen is ideal for that purpose. So I'd rather just do the bold lines with the reed pen instead of the quill. As I worked on these quick exercises, I realized that Rembrandt used the reed pen to add bold, dark accents to his drawings to create a sense of movement and expression in his works. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to my channel to enjoy future videos dedicated to the art of drawing and painting. If you're interested in developing your artistic skills, make sure to visit my school's website, atelierschoolonline.com, where you can learn more about my one-on-one mentorship program.